Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful Braemar Arena in Edina, Minnesota. It's the Edina Holiday Classic on the air on PSBMN.com. That's Perfect Storm broadcasting to you. Of course, great to have you on board. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks entering this contest 4-4, taking on the Eden Prairie Eagles, who enter this one with an impressive 6-1 record. The Eden Prairie Eagles coming off a 6-3 win last night against the Elk River Zimmerman Elks. Meanwhile, the Thunderhawks fall by the score of 8-3 against the Edina Hornets. Brett Johnson, great to have you on board here tonight. We've got a lot of things happening here right now. Do you have the director's cut working or not?
No, we're not rolling with that. That didn't work out as well as we wanted, so we're just going to mainly focus here on the main broadcast.
I got to give you credit here at Perfect Storm Broadcast. You guys give yourselves plenty of opportunities to be successful. You're not afraid to try things. And we are going to get things underway here from Braemar Arena. The Eagles in their white, red, and black moving from left to right across your computer screen. And the Thunderhawks in their road oranges with white and black trim. It's the Eagles through center. Off the right wing boards, Larocque will play past Shue, and Lieberman will gather in for the Eden Prairie Eagles back behind his own net. He outlets off the left wing side as he looked for his man Nolan Sullivan. That fails to click. Loose change gathered in and thrown back up ice by Larocque, and icing will be your call. Quick shift for everybody 29 seconds into this contest.
Yeah, Pete, really looking forward to this matchup. Both these teams with a number of young sophomores and juniors ready to step up this year. Of course, last year at Grand Rapids won the Bantam State Championship, have a number of talented sophomores. Eden Prairie Bantam team spent majority of last year rated number 1, so interesting to see how these youngsters match up to see if they get some good things going for the future and this year.
Eagles get the draw. Middlestat plays to the left side, back behind the net for the big fella Michael Graham, headed toward the University of Minnesota Duluth. Now it's Middlestat in control, carries that up along the wall. That's picked off by Matson, who plays the puck ahead for his winger Connor Steffen across the line. In yesterday's game for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, they had a couple of goals by Alex Anderson. Mitchell Matson, headed toward North Dakota, had a pair of helpers himself in the game. Back for the Thunderhawks, it's Sarkala. They're going to outlet to the right wing side. The Eagles trolling in the neutral zone come away with a turnover, and that's Argetsinger to play that one back into the Grand Rapids Thunderhawk zone. Played off the wall by Stampahar, and they're going to go left wing. Neat little pick of the pass there by Gunnar Harris. He's going to play back in behind the Eagles net, and that was handled by Brady Shue. He gives off to number 20, Mark Sullivan. Been calling his name for quite some time here for the Eagles over the years. Larocque sends a wrist shot in on goal that's steered out of the way by Eden Prairie's goaltender, Nick Winsek.
Yeah, Weinchick just playing in his second game this season for the Eagles, just a sophomore. Of course, Sean DeRocher sees the majority of the time for Eden Prairie, but you play 3 games in 3 days, got to give the backup some playing time.
Weincheck comes into this game, as you noted, a regular here on this Eden Prairie team, or not quite the regular behind DeRocher, 1-0 with a 3.0 goals against average and an .885 save percentage. You know, I've been spending a lot of my time on the radio side of things, Brett Johnson, and, you know, I've got all this time here with TV. I don't have to go blow by blow like you do on the radio.
Yeah, I know, a little bit of an
adjustment. It's kind of like a day off.
You don't have to be the Vince Scully
this
of hockey
TV
tonight.
stuff, it's just piece of cake. Left wing side they go. That's picked off and played to center. I guess the only issue is if you make a mistake in your call, it's duly noted by all of the chirpers on the sidelines.
I mean, you can lie radio style. No one knows if you're right.
Absolutely. Lieberman plays back behind unless you're working the iHeart radio.
Yeah.
Puck is trickled into the neutral zone by the Eagles, and it's off the stick momentarily there of Spencer Steen. Back into the Thunderhawks zone. They're going to regroup D to D. It was the Thunderhawks who had the quick start yesterday against the Edina Hornets. They took the 2-0 lead, saw it evaporate into a 4-2 deficit as the Hornets scored 4 straight. Off she goes into the Wild Blue Yonders. That one goes unscathed, up and out of play for the Thunderhawks. We whistle that one down. Face-off outside. That would have been a minor penalty in the National Hockey League.
Yeah. A lot of
Untouched.
differences, yeah. Is that the college game, too? I'm trying to think if they do that in D1 now, or does it depend on the conference?
I'm not prepared to answer that.
Yeah, neither am I. Put
Thanks
you on the spot.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I owe you.
That's right.
Middlestat plays it back to the left defense with Lieberman, who plays back into the Thunderhawk zone. The puck will be cleared off the glass. Back in behind the rail it goes. Gathered in by the Thunderhawks, number 18, John Stampahar. And they'll look ahead for Steffen, but stepping up to make the play for the Eagles was Louis Rail. Puck is rung around the boards to the right wing side, and stepping in is Alex Adams. Steffen takes the pass in stride. He's stood up momentarily by Mark Sullivan, but stays on the puck. Sullivan gets help from his defensive partner Aguilar, and they play it up to the left wing side. Middlestat takes the pass. He has room, carries it down low. Sarkala watches him. Middlestat stays on the puck, and it's a little help from the end wall from Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan stick checked and turns over, and it's going to be Steffen. Outlets to the right wing side for Adams. He crosses to the left, is checked down on the play by Mark Sullivan. He regains the loose change and dishes to the right wing. That fails to click. The puck trickles back into the Thunderhawk zone. Drake Anderson plays that one rink wide on the tape for Sarkala, finds his man at an angle, and Bischoff, and a shot that's stopped and turned aside by Weincheck.
Interesting note about these Eden Prairie Eagles here, Pete, that prior to yesterday's game against Elk River, they had not given up a first period goal this season. Very strong first period team. They've scored first in every single game they've played this season.
We like to say that's all about preparation. Here's a wrist shot from Drake Anderson that doesn't get through, and the Eagles will transition. Taking it on stride is Lieberman from Wesley Young. That's wide of the net. Lieberman plays that to the low slot. That one does not get through. Tremblay was there just in case. Shots on goal read 3-0 in favor of Eden Prairie. 11:50 to go in the period. Off the glass, but playing it over off the glove is Shue. That shot is steered to the near side as the fire-up chants are employed by the cheerleaders of Grand Rapids. Across the line it goes. Here they come with the puck. Soderberg. Behind the net it goes. From the right wing wall, backhanded shovel behind the net by Dalton Anderson, the defenseman. Puck will be played to safety at the center ice. Big check behind the play. Losing his twig was Anderson for the Eagles as he goes to the bench. And the Thunderhawks regain control. Thunderhawks look like a real loose group of hockey players during the warm-ups and for the introductions. Ready to shake off that 8-3 loss, and so far the 4-game losing skid. They started the season with 4 straight, and now they've played to 4 straight losses. Even up is the record at 4-4, as Brett noted, the Bantam A State Championship for this edition. This Grand Rapids team, plenty to look forward to along the way. They're replacing. There's a shot on goal. Tremblay makes the rebound save. Crashing in with authority was Brett Boldenau, but back on this Thunderhawk team, it doesn't come too often that you have to replace a Brimsack Award winner in goal, and of course that's Hunter Shepard. And then you got to come back and do that again with a Mr. Hockey.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
many teams have to do that, one a year. And how about a team that had them both?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Of course, fans of Edina, Eden Prairie might remember Hunter Shepard when he, had, I think 61 saves last year in Edina.
60 on a 64-shot Hornet effort that won in overtime. But, so for the Thunderhawks, some great senior leadership and guys they relied on in the clutch to get it done. A much younger roster coming along the way, and plenty of things to look forward to in Grand Rapids. For these Eagles of Eden Prairie, they may have one of the best junior hockey players in the state of Minnesota in Michael Graham, as this kid has completely evolved into a high caliber player. There he is on the forecheck, number 16, starting to look and skate a lot like his mentor and coach, Paul Ranheim, the 15-year, 1,000-plus game National Hockey League veteran that not only was good offensively, but on the penalty kill, but covered all 3 of the zones with real responsibility. And Michael Graham has clearly been a benefactor of Coach Ranheim.
Yeah, absolutely. Graham had a chance to watch him the past 2 years here at Eden Prairie, and the growth in his game has just been amazing here this season. Just really taking over games and being a lot more assertive on the ice, skating ability much better, and also just has a wicked wrist shot.
Credit to the pupil, credit to the teacher. Back up to the point, Graham finds Shue. There's Sullivan's shot that's blocked. Good defensive play back the other way. Gunnar Harris, he's going to muscle in on the backhand, and Weincheck gets the big paddle down Eddie Belfour style and makes the save. Face off to his right.
Oh, I love the Eddie Belfour reference. And
How
again,
could you not? The Eagle.
yeah, absolutely. And even going back to
He was
Michael
quietly
Graham,
your
yeah.
hero, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it was his off-ice annex that you really appreciated, wasn't it?
I used to have a poster of Eddie Belfour in my room back when I was a kid.
Through the wickets as it trickles through the blue paint, but nice defensive play there. Okay, was that Eddie the Eagle in the Chicago uniform?
Chicago,
the Sharks
oh
uniform?
yeah.
Chicago, Sharks, North Stars, or the Leafs?
No, Blackhawks. I was a Blackhawks guy as a kid.
Well, number 20 reminds me of Al Secord, and you know that Secord. Yeah. We take it back through center. It's controlled by Larocque as he finds his man off the right side. Nice pass, nifty there. Miller with it. Nice move in toward the goal mouth, and Weincheck is there to steer that one away with the catch, or with the glove, or with the stick rather. Drake Anderson now for Larocque from the top of his left circle. Pass through the neutral zone, and it's Graham in stride. He's poke check. Nifty little play there. Drake Anderson makes the play, gets the puck back at center. Outlets to Soderberg, left wing side. Here come the Thunderhawks off the glove. Looking to go snipe was Bischoff to the glove hand side, and Weincheck was there. Weincheck's made a couple of nice saves here for Lee Smith's Eden Prairie Eagles. His club outshot 7-1 here in the first period. The Thunderhawks are not only getting shots, but golden scoring opportunities.
Yeah, they're getting some good opportunities here against Weincheck.
Are you happy?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy. Are you? I was going to say his
Well, if I'm not, I have to be now because that song will put you the other way. Across center red, it's going to be played back in by the Eagles. On the forecheck, that's Spencer Steen. No relation, of course, to former Winnipeg Jet Thomas Steen. He controls, runs into the official with it.
You were a boatload of trivia knowing all these guys.
Absolutely. Of course, Steen's son is part of the St. Louis Blues organization under the close personal tutelage of Paul Ranheim's former mentor, Ken Hitchcock. They pit up on the walls. I'm sure Ken and the staff are watching this talent right now as they prepare for the upcoming drafts. Puck is played to the near side. Controlled by Dalton Anderson to center. Stepping up on the play, it's Louis Rail. And there's a shot that's off the glove. Tremblay waved it enough to make the save up and off the netting and out of play.
And if you'd like to contact us here during the broadcast, we're at announcers at psbmn.com. You can find that link below your screen. Also want to say hi to everyone watching in Grand Rapids. Pete, got a viewing party going on up at Toivo's in Grand Rapids.
You better be good.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're smart, they turn the volume down.
Yeah.
Through center ice, good energy for the Thunderhawks. Nice play. Mattsson's got a little give and go, working Steph in the loose change. And that shot was blocked, and it's going to be picked up off the glass. Batted down by the Thunderhawks. Support up the ice by Argetsinger. The veteran with a snapper that's blocked again by Sarkala. Here come the Thunderhawks, 2-on-2 through center. Mattson with speed to Steffen. Had to reach back and lost the handle. Stood up on the play. The butt end of the stick greets him right in the sternum, and how's she going? They're going to battle off the near corner, do the Thunderhawks to the line. Down on one knee. Neat play there by Drake Anderson. Mattson gets it down. Oh, he wanted the back door. It was closed by the defense. Back up ice come the Eden Prairie Eagles with Cole Lawrence. Drop pass. Sullivan the shot. The stick saved by Tremblay. Say that name. That reminds you of the former Les Habitants of Marion. Different spelling. Former Wild assistant. Mario we refer to. Now it's going to be Mattson off the boards. The big rangy frame at 6 feet 3 inches. Throws it in back behind the Eden Prairie net. Shoe outlets to the left wing side off the wickets of Matt Hastings. And support comes back the other way in the form of Tyler Safgren. That shot goes off the end wall. Safgren, he's riddled there by Bischoff on a nifty little check. Eagles looking to work some offensive zone time. Instead, out of the zone come the Thunderhawks. Right now, if you get down to the size portion of this game, the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, a much bigger team across the board than the Eden Prairie Eagles, Brett Johnson. And that one's whistled down just offside.
Yeah, they know how to feed those kids up there on the iron range for sure. Got a lot of big guys. I was surprised, too, when I was looking at their roster. A lot of guys well over 6 feet on their team. And
what are you saying? It's something in the water?
Absolutely, and a good thing if you're a Grand Rapids fan.
Bischoff and Graham on the face-off. Chipped off the glass in back behind the Eden Prairie net. Schuh will take over as he guides it along to the right wing wall for Casey Middlestat. His pass through center is picked off by the Thunderhawks. Dalton Anderson off the boards. That hits traffic on its way in. He gets it back and takes another whack at it there. Gets it in, but Lieberman takes over. That's off the stick of Schuh, one of the captains, from the knees. Plays to Middlestat, but not out. Now it's Bischoff on the off wing to the backhand down low, off the side of the goal. Miller was there, another opportunity, and here comes Graham with speed through center. Michael Graham's going to try to create 3-on-3, gets a little bit of help down low. That's Nolan Sullivan, and now it's Middlestat stood up on the play. Left wing on the breakout go the Hawks. That's Keeney with it as he plays through center. That's going to be gathered in by the defense, and Aguilar. Shot on goal, saved by Tremblay. Puck rolled up on the left pad, and he covers. Faceoff comes up to his left.
Now, talking about this Eden Prairie team and their great start so far in the season, what's very impressive is that they've been missing 3 of their more experienced letter winners all throughout the season. Brady Schuh missed the first 4 games. Mark Sullivan missed a couple of games in the middle of the season, and they also had, not the Mumps though, and then Riley Argetsinger also missed the first game as well. So very impressive for a team that's not returning a lot of talent from last year's squad to get off to this quick start with even the veterans they do have.
You know,
injured.
I brought this up last night. You know, I do a lot of work for Sports Radio 105 The Ticket, right? Of course, we have Jim Rome on our station during the day, and he referred to, here's a shot on goal that stripped just wide of the net. We'll get to that in a minute. It'll be the Anaheim Ducks that brought the Mumps into the league. At least that's what he's alleging. And the puck is played around the wall. We live in a society that wants to blame everybody, so why not blame them? Puck is played off the end boards once again and handled by Sarkala. He's checked. Down goes an Eagle player on that play. That was Alex Pizon. And it's played back down the right wing wall. Back into center it goes. 4:23, no score in a tight checking contest. Scoring chances clearly outnumbered by the Thunderhawks in the early going.
Absolutely. Been a quick moving game as well. Even though the shots on goal favoring Eden Prairie.
Steffen comes away with that one in on goal, and that's a stop made there by Weincheck. So you know what Jimmy Rome called the Anaheim Mighty Ducks?
What's that?
Because they're suggesting that the whole thing came from their practice facility. That infected the Blues and subsequently the Wild, and now, heaven forbid, the Penguins, followed by the Rangers. Called them the skanks of the NHL.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you okay with that on PSB? We're on the web, right?
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah, the Anaheim Ducks. I've never been a big fan of them since they knocked the Wild out of the playoffs a few years ago.
Oh, you got the bitter, pal. You got the bitterness.
Mostly from that year when they was in the conference finals.
Not a Jaguar guy.
Yeah.
I see that guy that Jaguar went up against, Wes Walls, is firmly entrenched here in the stands. He referred to Jaguar as a statue.
Jaguar the statue. Well, he was
didn't
everywhere.
move.
Yeah, well.
Remember he had the big pads back in the. He looked like a lacrosse goalie in the box in the NLL.
On the conference finals, he stopped everything.
By the way, congratulations on the new position.
Oh, absolutely.
Minnesota Swarm.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be a lot of fun coming up this spring.
You're their streaming tech. That's a big deal. I mean, if there's anybody I could think of that I could recommend to that organization in the NLL, it would be you.
Well, thank you very much there, Pete Wagner.
3:38 to go. Here's a chance from the right point. Played back behind. Mark Sullivan on it. He's going to guide it up to the left wing side. Can't get it there. Right wing side, rather, can't get it there. Instead, he goes to Schuh. Angles a pass. Nifty one there for Safgren. And it's played back in wide of Tremblay in the Grand Rapids zone. To the right wing, it's going to be Alex Adams with it. Steffen with it with speed. He's going to be watched by Sullivan, who's been solid. Stands him up on the play enough to force the puck to the corner. Schuh comes in. They're going to let him play here tonight. Look like that could have been a borderline trip. Like the fact that they're letting him play hockey. LaRock plays it back over to the right side. Gets it from Drake Anderson. LaRock, the big frame across the checkered. Plays that one in deep. You know, Drake Anderson works that fishbowl eye tech along with Dalton Anderson. They've got the same mullet. It's very difficult from the upper reaches of Braemar to differentiate. Across the line, looking to go inside out on the wheels there was John Stampahar, the defenseman, and now it'll be Drake Anderson to chase it down. He'll guide it to the right side. Bischoff tried to take it through traffic, but again, solid support on the puck as it's played back into the Eden Prairie zone. Schuh with sort of a, check that was Lieberman with sort of a toss of the puck that didn't get out of the zone. Now the Eagles will run back up the ice with it. That's Nolan Sullivan playing into the corner. Right side of the Grand Rapids net it goes, and it's going to be picked up by Dalton Anderson. Turned over. Middlestad saw the corner and went over the top of the net. That was Nolan Anderson rather with that chance. Now it's going to be Bischoff back up ice for the Thunderhawks, playing back into the Eden Prairie zone. Lieberman takes over. He's going to skate, look, and skate across center, across the blue. He'll play ahead. Shot in on goal, and a good chance there by Brett Boldenau. The door shut by the goaltender, Noah Tremblay. That's the 6th Eden Prairie shot on the afternoon. Brett Boldenau enters this game with a 2-goal, 2-assist campaign so far. Had a goal and an assist in their wipeout win over the Maple Grove Crimson, who, by the way, have found their game, Brett Johnson. They've gotten a lot better here as this season's gone on, but it was a tough start for that Crimson, and one of those reasons was this Eden Prairie Eagle edition. Ranked in the top 10 of the MNHockeyMag.com top 10s. Don't believe anything other than that. I mean, that's done by guys that are actually watching games.
Well, going back to that Maple Grove game, that's good to see them kind of get things back under sorts. Well, here's a shout. I was going to say,
chance down low, turnover up high. They have another number down low. That pass was slid from Eric Soderberg to Jason Kane. That failed to click. And it's going to be Argensinger right wing side for the Eagles to center. Drake Anderson will play it back in. Argensinger stood up on the play by Kane with 1 minute to play in the period, as you hear. Long pass. That one is just wide of the cage as they look to spring a man.
Well, Pete,
with the stretch pass.
They turned down the PA volume tonight. I know last night during that second game, I think you and Bart were about to go deaf in your headsets.
I just gave up talking. Whenever they talk, it wasn't even worth the. It was like it was absolute war.
Yeah. I have to see if he turns that back up during the Edina Elk River game, which of course we'll have on PSB coming up next.
Shameless plugs everywhere here.
Go.
That's known as a promo in the biz. Controlled by Middlestad up to the blue line, looks down low. Turning is Graham, and that fails to click. Middlestad with the quick feed over to the right side. They score! What a goal. Middlestad chased down that loose puck, and on the backhand, that was deposited into the top shelf by Nolan Sullivan for the 1-0 Eden Prairie lead.
Yeah, that's that first line coming through again for Eden Prairie. Makes no difference who the third guy is with Graham and Middlestad. Started the season with Safgren playing over there at the wing, but then had Sullivan switch over to that first line coming up in the Benilde St. Margaret's game, and they haven't missed a beat as they're able to connect again for an Eden Prairie goal. As now scored first in every single game they've played this season. Very important for them to get off to good starts.
So they've got a 6-1 record when scoring first. Puck is played back down to the corner, handled by the Thunderhawks. Eden Prairie stays on the forecheck with Brett Boldenau. Up to the right side. Ooh, Matson was nearly off to the races. He waits for this one, gives off to Bischoff, holds and shoots. Blocker pad save. Bischoff keeps it alive as the clock ticks, and that does it for the first period. The Eagles with a goal late in the period. That one at 16:31 for the 1-0 lead.
Scored by number 12. That was Nolan Sullivan.
Yeah, good first period here, Pete. Eden Prairie getting some pressure at the very end. You talked about how Grand Rapids probably had the better of the play for the majority of that first period. Almost kind of similar to that start they had against Edina, where they had a number of good chances, but it's Eden Prairie who's able to bury their opportunity to go up 1-0. You have to see how the Rapids Thunderhawks respond coming up in the second period.
We have been through one period. Eden Prairie leads by a score of 1-0. Edina Holiday Classic continues right here on PSB. MN.com.
great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, Tavern turkey burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com. I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the mulch store genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We mulch store genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch store genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the mulch store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, you weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles & Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the mulch store genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We mulch store genies survive grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch store genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the mulch store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Welcome on back here to Braemar Ice Arena in Edina, getting ready for the start of the second period here on PSB Media. Pete Wagner joined along on the broadcast. Pete, glad to have you along with us. Getting, I call the voice of Minnesota high school hockey here on PSB. You've been calling games for what, 60, 70, 80 years, right around there or something?
It's an absolute pleasure,
Yeah,
Brett.
yeah.
I'm gonna pass off the age reference,
yeah.
but yeah, it's been honestly, it's been in the 1984, and this building was my first start.
Oh my goodness, 1984.
I was playing in the what is now known as the Junior Gold A, was former Junior B ranks, and as a junior, and started working with a guy named Pete Stoddard on what was Paragon Cable, public access. We'd have a little recorder with those big 3/4-inch tapes and a camera. We'd plug that and some headsets into there, and we'd get after it.
Oh my, it sounds like a blast.
Paul Ranheim was patrolling the right wing. Wow.
And let's see, you were a goalie back then too, weren't you playing?
Yeah, I fought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You were fighting the puck more than the other team?
Well, I'd like to say I had boxing gloves on when I really enjoyed the game of hockey as a young man, and baseball equally.
Absolutely.
We're just talking about that today. That's sort of was a rite of passage. You did one and then the other. You would choose between soccer or baseball, and back in my era, that was when soccer was just starting to catch on with the then NASL Minnesota Kicks.
And of course, this Eden Prairie squad has a lot of baseball players on their team as well. Mark
baseball
Sullivan.
Juggernaut.
Very, very true.
I know
last
that
year.
Full well. I've got a young lad that's involved with that Hopkins baseball program, and they've gone toe-to-toe with that Eden Prairie team, which is, you can't get a better venue than Round Lake Park.
Absolutely.
A little minor league feel to it.
I say, Pete, going to be interesting to see how this second period starts. You remember last night how much Grand Rapids put on the pressure early in that second period. Boy, they go up 3-0 in that game against Edina.
Yes, it was 2-0, and they had a chance.
Yeah,
to
that's
go
what
up
I'm saying. If they had a chance to,
absolutely. Well, and then in the Eden Prairie game, they took the 2-0 lead. Wesley Young and Casey Middlestat in the first period yesterday, and then Elk River came back with goals from Jax Murray. I love that name, Jax with an X, and Jake Cheremko to even it up. They kind of went 2 goals here, 2 goals there, and how the Thunderhawks respond here. I've noticed this team is not panicking. They're not. They're very relaxed as Grand Rapids, and they're able to really find some energy through the neutral zone right now, Brett. At least in the first period, it's allowed them some good scoring chances. Now it's going to be Matson turning from his face-off circle in his own zone. That's off the skates to the corner. That hits Eden Prairie's Louis Rail. His sister Tess had a chance to coach her.
Yeah, very talented hockey player from a couple of years ago at Eden Prairie.
Talented hockey family.
Had a chance to broadcast some of those girls' games. Yeah, she was
boy, I angered my young son in a summer camp at then North Star Ponds, now Velocity, when I told him she was the best player on the ice.
Oh, man.
Well, the truth is she was. Here come the Thunderhawks. A nice little move that's stopped by Rail as he plays ahead, tried to step up in the play. And it's played back around the wall by the Thunderhawks in their own zone. Adams is there, plays ahead. It's going to be controlled by the Eagles. They find a tape-to-tape pass for Safgren. He gets some help from Matt Hastings. And to the corner it goes. Hastings wearing the double deuce to the corner. Matson has his pass. It goes out front. That's stopped by Tremblay. All sorts of movement on the puck there. Puck flips up high. Shue tried to sky to make that play. Couldn't quite get it done. And he's going to play it back into the Thunderhawk zone as the Hawks change on the fly. They get 3 of their 4 players, the forwards, switched. Back into the Grand Rapids zone for Sarkala. In the corner, right wing side, Wesley Young tries to cycle behind the net. It's Gunnar Harris out of the zone. Finds Micah Miller. Miller tries to race by Shue. He has Bischoff with him. And there's some assistance back the other way by Safgren. Left wing pass fails to click for Hastings, and it's the Thunderhawks to throw back into the Eagle zone. It looks like there's a skate issue for Shue. Back door they go. He can't even move. He's got some equipment issues. He wants a whistle. He's not going to get it. He's his blade. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but can we get a shot of that in the corner? He can't do anything but stand in front of the net because his blade is off his skate. It's a power play, and the Eagles are going to ice the puck. Yeah. Oh,
that is
man, oh man, alive.
Let's see.
It's like we had to get the guy a walker to get off the ice there.
I don't know. Yeah, it looked like the blade came off.
It did.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally stuck there. You might as well just either crawl over to the bench or
you do nothing but fall.
Yeah. So he has to get some assistance over to the bench. Boy, that's the first time I've seen that in my few years covering here Eden Prairie hockey. And
he was looking at the refs to blow the whistle, and the refs are like, we don't care that your skate broke.
So almost have to kind of go to the ground, start swatting your stick to play as best defense as you can.
And that's what he did. He actually got behind the goaltender and just got on his knees. It was like they're playing in the living room.
Yeah.
Thunderhawks work the offensive zone in on goal. Steered back behind the net. Rail with it. Plays it to the right wing side for Middlestat. Turnover. Back up to the right side. Winding. That one right off the shin pads. And another block shot by Lieberman. Game's lone goal scorer. Nolan Sullivan to the right side. Tries to muscle his way in, and Graham scores. What a pass. What a play. Graham, the big frame, stick down in front of the slot area. Taps that one in for the 2-0 Eagle lead.
Boy, this line is really clicking with Nolan Sullivan since they moved him up in the Benil St. Margaret's game. What a find, able to thread the needle through the crease to get that pass in front to Michael Graham. Gets on the score sheet again. Graham has had points in every single game this season, and well, he's on pace for over 50 points, I believe, this season if he continues his current pace. And first line's been big here for the Eagles this season. Big challenge, though, is going to be what they can get from their second and third lines.
Puck is fired in back behind the net. Paul Ranheim ran to the locker room. Joe Krumpetich, the former Eagles star, walking with him now to the bench as they've got the toolkit I didn't think Heimer knew how to fix that. Of course, he had to go to Crumpy to get the job done.
Oh, man.
And yes, Paul's a friend of mine, fully chirped. Steffen with it, sends a pass to the right wing side. Gathered in by Adams. He muscles his way to the corner. Positioned by Brett Bolden now to make the play as they ring the wall, and it's Cole Lawrence out of the zone. Lawrence plays to the line. It's picked up by Dalton Anderson across the line. Gets away from an Argetsinger stick check, who plays it off the glass at center, and Cole Lawrence gathers in one-on-one to the right circle. Look out off the bench. Here's some energy toward the goal mouth area. Hunter Johannes was there. Now Argetsinger to the point. Rail's going to walk right circle high over the top of the goal. The big Karam takes it up to the blue line. In on goal. Saved there by Tremblay. Turning, shooting, up over the glass with an opportunity there was Johannes. Again, nice shift for the Eagles there.
Yeah, very important shift for them to get pressure from those second and third lines. When I had a chance to talk to Coach Lee Smith before this weekend, said, I would like to try to, not necessarily limit the minutes of Graham and Middlestad, but at least keep them fresh for the third period, especially playing 3 games in 3 days. So he was really happy to have his team back at full strength health-wise, and was hoping for big things from that second line of Boldenau, Argetsinger, and Cole Lawrence.
A lot of body work off the end boards in the Grand Rapids zone with 11:25 to go here in the second period. Eagles leading 2-0. Right wing on the outlet. Across the line, that's Micah Miller. Angles, that was labeled for the top blocker pad side. Instead off the glass and back into the Thunderhawk zone off the Grand Rapids stick, so no icing. Long pass to the left wing side. Out of the zone they go with Gunnar Harris at the line. Towing it neatly. Bischoff makes the play. Tried to stick handle past his man. Forgot something there as Safgren comes back, and now he gets a little bit of help along the way with Alex Pizon, the senior. Hawks again to center. This one sliding over is Lieberman to make the play. Pizon stepped in and played a couple of shifts now for Schuh, who had his skate repaired. Looks like he's back and ready to go. Sullivan steps over to make the play. Great support there by Miller for the Thunderhawks, but can't make the play as the Eagles clear it to center. Stepping up, it's Sullivan across the line and a whistle on the play. This one was back behind the play, and a holding call is going to be called on Nicky Lieberman, and we're going to get to see the Grand Rapids power play employed here tonight, Brett. They enter this one 8 of 28 for 29%. They'll be going against an Eden Prairie penalty kill. That's 21 of 27 for a respectable 78%, but a number that I think Lee Smith and his coaching staff would like to see a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's kind of been a work in progress all season long for these Eagles, and as you said, Grand Rapids, a very good power play. Forgot what their numbers were from last night, but I think they had a couple of good shifts with that man advantage against the Edina Hornets, who they themselves have a very good penalty kill.
Puck will be sent back into the Grand Rapids zone. Off the boards. Stampahar gets a little bit of help from Dalton Anderson. Golden opportunity here. 14-8 are your shots on goal in favor of the Thunderhawks, but they trail on the all-important scoreboard by a score of 2-0.
I think this power play is going to be important just to establish some momentum. Eden Prairie's had a nice forecheck established for about the last 4 or 5 minutes. See if that can maybe change the tide a little bit here with this Rapids power play, but so far not going.
Offensive flow as well.
Yeah, having some trouble breaking through neutral so far on the man advantage with about a minute 15 left on it.
Bischoff plays back over for Dalton Anderson. As you said, the Eagles are bottling up the breakout. Now Matson on the stick and plays that one back through the defense. Sullivan comes over. He's going to angle his way and tries to make a play as he does to Middlestat, racing in alone on the left side, and a blocker pad save. Tremblay takes that puck out of the air.
You're talking about the work in progress Eden Prairie penalty kill, but they do have 4 shorthanded goals on the season, so they are capable of taking one the other way.
Not afraid to take a chance. Stick comes down on the face gear of Matson, who gets the puck to the top of the right circle. Wanted to slide that one back door, looking for Adams. Left point, they play it Stampahar down low, gets it from the skate, wraps that one off the wall. Back behind the net, Bischoff with it. He's going to dance to his right, finds his man. Now LaRock. Had a power play marker last night. As they'll play this one through to the left circle, a snapshot, nice save made there by Weincheck.
Yeah, Weincheck, a great job reading that play, coming out of his goal crease to cut off that angle and go in that butterfly position for the save.
Ooh, Michael Graham's eyes were as big as saucers. That one was fanned on. Graham wins the battle against Snappahar. Scott Sandelin has to be drooling over that UMD Bulldog recruit. Now Middlestadt helps out, comes away with it, plays it to the middle, and it's going to be handled by the Thunderhawks. That fails to click, and it's going to be Shu with his adjusted blade throwing that one in for an icing call as the power play expires. 8:06 to go in the second period. 2-0 in favor of Eden Prairie.
Yeah, Michael Graham, you were referring to, a Minnesota Duluth recruit. The other D1 recruit on this Eden Prairie squad, Casey Middlestadt. Get this, committed to the University of Minnesota without ever having played a varsity game. Almost unheard of. And the only thing that's too bad about that is that we won't see them probably go head-to-head very much in college with the infamous Big Ten Hockey Conference.
Sounds like you're not pleased.
No, not at all.
You're not a fan of the Big Ten Network, are you?
No. I'm just not pumped up when Penn State comes to Mariucci, sorry to say. I'd rather see the St. Cloud Huskies, the UMD Bulldogs.
Well, that's why then you become an NCHC fan. In on goal or a WCHA fan.
Yeah,
why not?
I would have liked it if they kept the WCHA together. It kind of did hurt.
You have to be a Gopher fan, don't you?
I do, yep. I grew up with that. Are you not a Gopher fan?
Well, it's easy being a Yankee fan, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely,
That's easy.
Yeah. What else do we have in Minnesota? We got the
show
Vikings and the Twins who never win.
They haven't. I'm not even going to go there. That's the first time I've publicly admitted.
Oh, yes. Always something new for you on the air here.
I'm a UMD guy.
Oh, you are a UMD guy. All right.
Absolutely. I'm a UMD and a St. Cloud State.
All right, well, as long as you're UMD and not St. Cloud State. Back when I had season tickets as a kid, I never liked the Huskies for some reason. I don't know why, but was never a big Huskies guy.
Because they were good and beat your Gophers?
Probably.
Your beloved Gophers. Argetsinger's shot. Hits a pair of pads. The team that's really fleeced high school hockey over the years has been Dean Blaze and his UNO Mavericks.
Yes.
I mean, when you look at what he's got in there and coming in, it's been impressive.
Across
the line, Avery Peterson, of course, with his 9 points in 16 games and a Freshman of the Week honors. Very impressive. Jake Randolph from the Duluth East Greyhounds, with Randolph's numbers, the way he's been going both in the USHL and now at the NCHC. Looks like he could be a Justin Fontaine type of free agent. And on goal, that's a stop made there. And the faceoff will come up to try. I mean, cart way in front of the horse here. He's a freshman, plenty of hockey to be played, but it's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, and then, of course, two Eden Prairie guys will be going to play for Dean Blaze. Luke Snuggerud, Steven Spinner, graduates on last year's team. Yeah, Dean Blaze has the pipeline going to Minnesota high school hockey for sure.
Well, and Spinner was another player who benefited from Paul Ranheim's demeanor and keeping the perspective on the game. That's been well chronicled. The Eagles will control in the offensive zone as they play it down. Nice little play from the knees off the backhand by Dalton Anderson, ahead for Bischoff. Cross the line and just offside on the right wing side is Micah Miller. That was a bang-bang play there. 6:35 to go in the second period of a fast-moving contest here.
Yeah, this one's going very fast. Usually here at the Edina Holiday Classic, we're lucky if we get the game started 8:15, 8:30, that back end of the doubleheader.
There's always concern. Look at you. You're excited. Got the teardown already ready to go.
I was going to say, boy, they could start the next game early with a pace this one's going at.
Shu plays ahead. He tries to find his man on the play. That's Hunter Johannes, the sophomore. And it's played back to the left wing side. Out of the zone come the Thunderhawks. On the puck, it's Gunnar Harris. Tap back up into the neutral zone at the Eden Prairie line. Harris was there, and now Shu takes over for the Eagles. Angles to his left and made one move too many and caught in offside with Spencer Steen.
I do have one email to pass along to us. Someone watching, get this, in Anchorage, Alaska, Jason Anderson, 3 hours behind our time, so getting a little afternoon hockey over there in Alaska. He's a huge Grand Rapids fan, so thank you, Jason, for tuning in.
Great to have you on board indeed. I've done a lot of work with the Alaska Baseball League. The Anchorage Bucks, the Glacier Pilots, Shugiak Chinooks, among others. Great collegiate baseball up there. To the right wing side, across center, it's played back in behind the net. Puck will be set up. Tremblay for the Thunderhawks. 14-11 your shots on goal here through the second period. Graham pulls the trigger, glove save. That's a good positional save by Tremblay as Graham was there with an opportunity. Graham will take over the extra loose change from the right side, puts on the brakes, sends a little across, perhaps about waist high for Middlestat. He gets double teamed off the wall. Drake Anderson was there to finish. Puck comes up to the right point, pinching but no play, and the Thunderhawks out of the zone. Mark with it, runs out of real estate, throws that in on goal, and it's Weincheck who makes the save. He's been perfect on his 15 shots. Thunderhawks will make the play with Steffen in the neutral zone. Over to help him out was Adams. Now it's LaRock. His pass on the stick for Dalton Anderson across the line. Gives up to the left side. Matson will chase down the loose change, bothered by Aguilar. Now it's LaRock. Right point's going to guide that one back in behind the net. That's underneath the stick and controlled by Michael Graham. Up to the right side on the backhand, played in neatly by LaRock to keep the line. Behind the net it goes. Aguilar plays that. It's helped along by Louis Rail, and it's swatted to LaRock. Fine play over for Anderson. Matson in front. They work it down low, and a great chance with energy to the net was Steffen. Poked away at the last second by the defense.
Aguilar, yeah, absolutely. Very last second.
Cole Lawrence now walks across the line, puts on the brakes. LaRock with quick transition. Good hands on the big fella LaRock. Down low it goes. Looking to make a play was Argetsinger, and that was poked off his stick. Argetsinger walks, fires that one wide of the net. Argetsinger again. Checked on the play. LaRock gets a stick on that one. And it's going to be Cole Lawrence to this goal mouth area and played back out of the zone. Left wing, poked to safety, back into the Eden Prairie zone. Mark Sullivan been very physical here tonight, and his presence been felt. To the right wing, looking to angle away from traffic. That was Riley Argetsinger, and that's off his stick, and swatting that one off the boards was Brett Bolden, out but not out. Wrist shot, now it's Lawrence. Tried to spring. Argetsinger gets a lucky bounce, and on goal, scores! Argetsinger looked like he wasn't going to get that pass. It rolled up, bounced, hit him in the shoulder, dropped right on his stick, off to the races, and it's 3-0 Eden Prairie.
Boy, what a bounce he did get there. I was right with you, Pete, thinking that the Grand Rapids back check was going to be able to catch up to him, but yeah, got that bounce, took advantage, and well, they've got Grand Rapids in a hole here, trailing by 3 goals. We'll have to see how they respond. Of course, in that Edina game last night, was impressed with how they responded to some flurries of Edina attacks, but got to find a way to get some offense going and establish a forecheck.
Well, the Thunderhawks playing so well there with a couple of shifts in a row. There's a chance that's buzzed wide of the net by the Eagles. Opportunity there by Safgren. Bumped off the boards. By the way, if you're in the metro area, be sure to check out our hockey talk show on Sports Radio 105 The Ticket, On the Ice with Chad Graff and myself. We'll be talking all levels of hockey tomorrow. We'll be live from the Hockey Giant Superstore in Bloomington, 494 in Lindale from 9 to 10 o'clock. Be sure to stop on in. They've got some great drawings going on there.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock every weekend, right? Or every Saturday?
9 to 10.
9 to 10, I got you, yeah. You guys talk about all things hockey, don't you? Whether it's high school, college, pro.
Jim Rich from Fox 9 will be joining us tomorrow. We'll have the beat writer from the Nashville newspaper who covers the surging Predators as we prepare for the upcoming Wild contest. Here's a chance in front. They score! Off the back end wall, getting the pass was Eric Soderberg to wrap that one home to cut the lead to 3-1.
Yeah,
it's a big goal for the Thunderhawks late here in the second period.
Yeah, Soderberg, a great job to find that open space in the slot. The Eden Prairie defense lost track of him. It was a perfect pass out in front, and well, you're right, that is a big goal for Grand Rapids. They kind of deserved it, as you were saying, putting on a nice shift before that Riley Argetsinger goal. So justice kind of pays itself here for Rapids as they are back in this one, trailing just by 2 goals.
And with energy through the neutral zone, puck is played to the left wing side. Sullivan was there to play the body. Now it's played up to Dalton Anderson from the right point. One-timer, shot steered off the glass. Weincheck was there as the Karam works its way back to the left post, and he covers that one out.
Of course, Grand Rapids fans watching up at Toivo's in Grand Rapids. Eden Prairie fans can view hockey games all season long of the Eagles over at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Delicious foods, and one of the things they're offering now, breakfast served 7 days a week. Delicious waffles, pancakes. Also, they use homemade syrup. You ever had that, Pete? It's way better than that Aunt Jemima stuff.
I've never been lucky
Never
enough
really?
to have. Well, what's the difference?
A lot healthier, and it tastes a lot better.
Healthier.
Healthier, too, yeah.
Graham
Can't
has
go wrong
stood
with
up
that.
on the play as he comes back through. I'll tell you what, you made that food sound good. Sullivan with it. As they play that one back in behind. Mark Sullivan again. From up top, sends that one high over the glass.
What a
Karam
bounce that
finds
took.
its way into the goal mouth area, and here it comes back up the ice for the Thunderhawks. Had a trailer. The Rock lets a shot go. That was blocked by Middlestat. They wanted to find Soderberg, the game's goal scorer for the Thunderhawks, and the slot couldn't pull the trigger. Aguilar plays back in behind. Now it's going to be Sullivan back out of the zone as he plays ahead. Middlestat with the old house she going there. Shot, he scores! Oh, what a play there by Casey Middlestat, the old house she going.
Well, the scouting report on Middlestat heading into the season brought this up a few times. A lot of coaches at the Bantam Little said he could stick handle through a phone booth, and kind of did there with a great move to get around the defender and able to go top shelf to give Eden Prairie a 4-1 lead.
Well, one thing you can't let Casey Middlestat do is have open ice.
Yeah. And a one-on-one like that, yeah, you're asking for trouble.
Again, another goal with under a minute by the Eagles. That one by Middlestat. In on goal, there's Tremblay to make the save. 4-1 the score in favor of Eden Prairie.
Yeah, again, it'll be interesting to see how Grand Rapids responds. They had that goal to make it 3-1, but now they're back in that 3-goal deficit.
For Middlestat, that's goal number 6 on the season. Behind the net it goes. Middlestat had 6 points in his first 2 games, then 5 points in his next 5. Anybody would take point a game output, absolutely, but it was off to absolutely a scorching pace to start the campaign. Now he's on with it. Wanted to make the pass. Looks like it inadvertently worked its way in. Plays the body. Takes out Drake Anderson on the play on the forecheck. Up to the blue line it goes. There's a shot deflected up over the top of the netting. And 7.3 showing on the clock.
I always like watching Alex Pizon on the ice, Pete. Yeah, no, he is, I guess we'll call it height challenged when he's out there against some of those guys, and not afraid to throw around his weight. Very hard-working player for these Eagles. I know the coaching staff loves him, but I always get a kick out of it when he's going out and throwing checks at guys that are almost twice his size.
Well, a lot of it is, you know, if you're giving the check, I'd rather be the hitter than the hittee, and it's all about position and you know, where your core is at, and you know what your footwork's like. Am I seeing the Aspire Beverages Great Minnesota Shootout here?
I'm not sure. Perhaps. Speaking of more plugs, gotta thank Kemps for giving us some free ice cream.
Are you
How
gonna
about
eat that, or are you gonna give that to me? You had one already, right?
I have not. York had one over here, our engineer.
I'm on it. That's going to do it here for the second period. The score reads 4-1 in favor of Eden Prairie. A couple of goals here in this period, and that puts us where we're at. We're going to take a timeout. High school hockey continues right here at psbmedia.com.
food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com. I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the mulch store genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We mulch store genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch store genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the mulch store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The mulch store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the mulch store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am. but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles and Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles and Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the mulch store genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We mulch store genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch store genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the mulch store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
And welcome back here to Braemar Arena in Edina, getting set for the start of the third period here on PSB Media. Eden Prairie on top of Grand Rapids 4-1. Now we've gone to the bullpen here for at least part of the third period. Mike York going to join me on the air as Pete is over trying to solve an issue with another matter, so hopefully I'll have him back on a little bit later on here in the third period. And looks like he's set. Okay. Pete was giving me a look like he was ready. Now he's not, so I'll go ahead and do a little makeshift play-by-play for you, as it'll be an immediate whistle here just 6 seconds into the third period. And thanks for tuning in tonight. All the Grand Rapids fans watching at their restaurant, and Eden Prairie fans over at the tavern on 4 and 5. Kind of a sparse crowd here at Braemar for this game, as well, tough to get the crowds in here at 6 o'clock on a Friday night. I expect the crowds on Saturday to be a lot bigger, especially when you consider for the students. A lot of them have finals going on. There was almost no student section last night for the Edina Grand Rapids game, which is a little unusual for Hornet fans, but I think a lot of that had to do with it being finals week. Here's Eden Prairie, 2-on-2 across the blue line. Long shot from Sullivan, gets his own rebound, but that one's turned away by the netminder for Grand Rapids, Noah Trombley.
You know, they can get home early tonight because this game is going really quick tonight.
Oh, exactly.
Brett.
Just a little after 7 o'clock. We're already in the third period. Out at neutral, it's Casey Middlestad. Middlestad gets checked off the puck, and now here comes Rapids across the line. That'll be Brendan Mark. He'll dump it in. Now it's Eden Prairie with it. Over to the right wing side to Middlestad. Want to email us? We're at announcers@psbmn.com. Announcers@psbmn.com. Also click that link below your game tracker screen if you'd like to send us an email. Say hi to anyone who's watching or listening, or if you want to tell us who you're cheering for, where you're from, feel free to do so. Announcers@psbmn.com. Off the face-off, it's won by Grand Rapids, then deflected into the zone. It's Cole Lawrence trying to center it, but he fanned on that attempt. Now Argetsinger from the corner. Taking it out is Bold now. This second line's done a nice job for Eden Prairie since being put together just last night when they've had all their guys healthy. That's been important here for this Eden Prairie team to try to save the legs of that first line of Graham, Middlestad, and Nolan Sullivan. As it icing actually waved off by the official. And it'll be Mark Sullivan behind the net. His pass intercepted by Grand Rapids' Alex Adams.
You're just right, Brett. This is their good time to rest their players. They're up 4-1 here in the third here. And this is a good time to give them some rest because they got a couple more games coming up against some tough opponents.
Well, both these teams have very important games tomorrow. Of course, Eden Prairie, Edina, the big rivalry matchup, but don't underestimate Grand Rapids versus Elk River. Both those teams play in Section 7AA, and a lot of section seeding implications will be on the line when Rapids meets Elk River. What a move by number 20 for Elk Rivers. That's Micah Miller, but he gets stonewalled by Weinchick. Now a delayed penalty coming up against the Eagles as Grand Rapids going to go on the power play. What a move, though, by Micah Miller to cut in through the net and create a good scoring chance and draw that penalty. I'm going to look here at the Grand Rapids power play, and you have to think here, Mike, important here for Grand Rapids to get on the scoreboard, try to get back in this one as Safgren heads to the box for the Eagles.
Definitely, they have to get something going here. Eden Prairie has been able to sit here and get quick goals on them, and this is their opportunity to cut the lead in half.
And we'll see what they can do here on the power play. Face-off won by Eden Prairie as it'll be Rail across center ice. Good at the line, takes a shot from the circle, and that one's saved by the goaltender Trombley. Had to scoop up that little rebound. Guess that'll help out as a save percentage. Get yourself an extra save. So I think we're going to be joined here by Pete Wagner. Looks like I'll be doing play-by-play the rest of the game here.
Why is that?
Oh, you were saying you didn't want the roster. Going to say, oh man, you're going to call this game by heart?
We can try.
Yeah.
See if anybody's actually listening.
Well, the key is just pick a player and make him the best guy on the ice.
There is an Eden Prairie penalty right now. Second power play of the contest for the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids as it's Bischoff across the line. Middlestat gathers it in, off the glass, held in neatly by Dalton Anderson. Bischoff has it momentarily. Matson down low to Bischoff. They're going to play it up high. Stampahar wrist shot blocked by Graham, and it's going to be Matson to take over from the right wing wall. Stampahar one touch. Dalton Anderson gets it over. Matson goes headhunting that one up off the netting. Just to the right side of the cage it goes in front of the Edina Hornet coaching staff who are looking on for this one, preparing for the next game coming up in a matter of moments, and they'll be taking on the high-flying, explosive Elk River Zimmerman Elks.
Well, yeah, they can find some defense and goaltending. That Elk River team is going to be very dangerous in 7AA and maybe even the entire state. Is what they're averaging over 7 goals a game this season. In fact, they had a streak earlier this year where they played 3 straight games where they scored 10 or more goals. Not sure how often that's happened in high school hockey.
Snapper from the top of the right point by Drake Anderson, wide of the net. It'll be Tremblay to set up off to his left. 13:10 to go in the third period. Long pass. Left wing side on the puck now. That's Connor LaRock. Plays that one in back behind the net. Andy Aguilar was there. Drake Anderson plays that down. That hits traffic. And it's gloved down and handled by Grand Rapids' Micah Miller. Stefan plays the body. He's working on Andy Aguilar. And it's going to be hard work off the end boards by the Thunderhawks with 4 to go in the power play. Standing and ready to step on for the Eagles was Tyler Safgren. We're 5-on-5. There's a shot that's off the side of the net. Check thrown on Miller again and taken away by the Eagles out of the zone. Up the left wing side. Cole Lawrence finds a streaking Safgren up the middle. Got the stick on that one. He's pinched along the wall by LaRock. And that pass gets underneath the stick too far for Stefan wearing sweater number 2, and another number 2, Brady Shue, takes over. Turns that one up ice. Big check thrown on Pizon as he turns it over. Mark Sullivan meets him with a pair of mitts to the grill, and Pizon back up ice. Cross the line with one little move there, too many for the Eagles. That's Hunter Johannes. Offside of the back door was Pizon. We're going to bring it back to center for the face-off of the neutral zone.
I do have a message to pass along to you, Pete, as we have one from, let's see if I can get my email to open up. Another person agreeing with us about the Gophers and the WCHA. When you get a stoppage, tell you more about that, Pete.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's your stoppage.
Here we go. This one is from Kent, as he's not a big fan of the Big Ten Network. As here, let's read this whole email. Almost read an essay about this one. Here,
Bring it.
Pete.
Let's
go.
go.
Here we go. They left the state of hockey for the bank and the Big Ten. Can't wait till Indiana and Iowa have teams.
When the Hoosiers invade Mariucci Arena.
Won't that be the
What are they
day?
going to ice over Assembly Hall? Okay, keep going. Is that it, or is there more?
Oh, I'll get to a little more later on.
Okay, I love it. Well, I mean, that, to that point, there's a lot of truth to that. And, I know the WCHA has seen Notre Dame in it for a while. Northern Michigan was there, then they were out. And, it's kind of come and gone. But the core of it has always been UMD, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. And then anything else that played in and around it, put in Colorado College and Denver along the way with that core, right? And then there's always 3 or 4 teams that were in and out of the mix, and it didn't matter because your core rivalries were always in place. I mean, we're not politically correct to say, if we're in the metro area here, we can't say we don't like it because, we can't poo-poo that. But I think it's absolutely taken it a step back. Mm-hmm. And I'm not patient. And I'm not going to wait. Across the line, I'm not getting any younger. Matson with it to the slot area, off his stick, to the corner it goes. I mean, do you just get jacked up when the Buckeyes come in town to take on the Golden Gophers?
Here's what I'm looking forward to
I
in
know
a few
you can
years.
hardly wait.
In a few years, the Big Ten has announced they're actually going to play some regular season games in hockey at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, great. How does that benefit? The Big Ten's going to do that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great.
Part of a basketball doubleheader. Little food for thought.
Well, no comment. That's what that uncomfortable silence was all about. The proverbial Pete Wagner eye roll.
Well, it is kind of too bad, though, when you look at teams like Grand Rapids, Eden Prairie that have produced a lot of college players. That was kind of the old WCHA where you see all these high school
breeding
guys.
Ground for all of these guys, and a lot of them are still going to St. Cloud and Michigan, Michigan Tech and Minnesota State Mankato and North Dakota and those kinds of schools. Now you just got to go get it online like you do with this as well. There's a shot that's in WCHA.tv, I think it is, and WCHA.com. Of course, Bill Robertson has just done a terrific job as the commissioner of that organization. Across the line, it's going to be Graham with it. He races in on goal, scores! Oh. What a muscle move that was. The big fella continues to impress. 5-1, Eden Prairie.
Yeah, just sneaking it under the pad there of the goaltender Trombley, and you're right, there's pure muscle on that one. A lot of finesse goals this season. And a little power goal for him is, that first line is just electrifying for these Eagles, and I know it's looking ahead a little bit, but I want to see how that first line matches up against the Edina Hornets tomorrow at state championship caliber squad. That'll certainly be very good. And of course, talking about Grand Rapids.
Eden Prairie team is state tournament caliber too, and at the end of the day, this Grand Rapids team is going to have something to say in the 7AA as well.
And speaking of that, Mike and I were talking about when you briefly had to leave us, that Grand Rapids Elk River game going to have some big 7AA seeding implications
Love the
coming
implications.
up tomorrow. Yeah.
The assist to Matt Hastings.
Matt Hastings picks up the assist on the Michael Graham tally. I believe that's his second of the contest now.
That it is, yes.
He continues to put up the gaudy numbers for Lee Smith's Eagles, who, by the way, have been to the state tournament 7 times. Their most recent last year with 2 titles in 09 and 11. Meanwhile, for the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids, 14 appearances, their last in 2007. Looking to break that trend a little bit. That one gets through the Eagles' skates there and sent back up ice. Putting on the brakes at the line and looking down low for Eden Prairie was Tyler Safgren, and it's going to be picked up by the Thunderhawks. Safgren takes a swing at that, pokes it back into the corner, and it's going to be reset time for the Thunderhawks off the end wall. 8:20 to go here in the third period. Sidestepping a would-be checker and setting it in deep was Eric Soderberg. Shoe comes together and wins the position race and the battle, and the puck to center off the stick of Pizon. Now Matson loses it. Pizon gets the pass back. That from Spencer Steen. Pizon checked on the play. Stampahar was there. Pizon gets it back. His shot toward the goal mouth area hits a pair of skates, and it's going to be Mark Sullivan back behind his own net. We talked about Graham's evolvement as a player, and how about the evolution of Mark Sullivan?
Yeah, this is his third year playing varsity hockey, and he's definitely, I think when he really took a step was January of last year, when he really started to step up his game and become a defensive force, and he's really continued that here during his senior year.
You certainly know he's on the ice. Here comes Stefan with a power move to the slot that hits Shoe, and it's Mark Sullivan to take back over. 7:17 to go in the third. Sullivan angles up the ice. He's going to flutter that one high in the air into the Grand Rapids zone. 7:10 on the clock. Played ahead. Gathered up again by the Eagles of Eden Prairie, turning and sending it back in behind the net. Argetsinger is there, makes a little fish hook move there as he plays that back in behind the net. Taking over, it's Brett Boldenau. Up to the point, the Eagles have really cinched in here in the third period. 6:45 to go in it, 5-1 is the lead. That's right off Tremblay's stick in the goal of the Thunderhawks. Deflection in on goal, steered to the right by Tremblay. Looking out front was Argetsinger. Getting a stick on that was Adams, but not out. Reaching for that was Gunnar Harris, can't make the play. And to the line, there's a shot by Rail. That's deflected by Argetsinger wide. Lawrence with it. Argetsinger to the corner, checked by Stampahar. Adams is going to alleviate the pressure and just fire it down the ice into the Eden Prairie zone and get the icing call. Let's take a look at some of the games on tap tonight. Of course, we have this one right here, 5-1 in favor of Eden Prairie over Grand Rapids. And Edina and Elk River Zimmerman will be playing coming up next. How about this one? The East Grand Forks Civic Center. You've got the War Road Warriors at 7-2 taking on the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. Huge Section 8A implications. Mariucci Conference action happening tonight. We'll keep our eye closely on that one. White Bear Lake is 6-0, and they're taking on Greenway tonight, who's 3-5. Laverne is 7-1, taking on Worthington. Laverne has been decimating their opponents. Look for some big, gaudy numbers out of that one. Racing up the right side and on goal, the backhand, and a penalty coming up. We'll see if they get him the penalty shot, and they're not.
Boy, did he come through with a burst of speed, though, turning on the Jets at the last second. At least was able to draw that penalty. I think it's awfully tough to get a penalty shot here in really any level of hockey. You have to have an absolute clear path to the net to get that call. But
that was Micah Miller, I believe, who had that opportunity for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
Although even though I was talking about how rare penalty shots are, Eden Prairie's actually had 2 against them so far this season. Most recent was against Cretin-Durham Hall.
Another action tonight from the Mars Lakeview Arena. The 7-0 Marshall School Duluth Hilltoppers take on the 1-5-1 Rochester Lord Eagles. Wow. Remember the Eagles being the perennial state tournament powerhouse, have past couple of years been in rebuild mode, if you will, and a penalty is called on the Thunderhawks. We're going to even it up 4-on-4, so 7 seconds tick off the power play, and we're going to bring it back into the Grand Rapids zone for the faceoff.
Still got to say, though, my favorite matchup you mentioned, though, has got to be East Grand Forks and War Road. Might as well call that the Section 8A championship. No, there's some other good squads up there.
Thief River Falls on that one?
I don't know.
Sliding the Prowlers and everybody else.
Well, you still got East Grand Forks as the defending champs, but yeah, Thief River Falls definitely a strong team too. And I have to say this too, I'd venture to say Section 8A probably a little stronger than Section 8AA when you look at the northwest Minnesota area, but yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup tonight.
It's certainly as deep as it comes in Class A hockey as the 8A, and those are 2 of the top teams. East Grand Forks maybe not as loaded. There's a wraparound attempt, save in the net off its post. Maybe East Grand Forks not as deep as they were last year, but we'll see how that shakes down. And then obviously War Road is looking very, very good.
Yeah, always a very high-scoring team up there in War Road. That'll certainly be a fun matchup.
They, of course, started this losing streak for the Thunderhawks with that 3-2 win a few weeks back. Thunderhawks open the season with a 7-4 win over Bemidji. They beat Forest Lake 6-3 in 7AA action. Virginia Mountain Iron Buell got worked 10-2, and then it was Roseau lights out, 8-1 win for the Thunderhawks. And then since then, it's been a 3-2 loss to Warroad. Duluth Marshall takes them down 4-2. Lakeville North 3-0 in a good game there. That at the IRA Civic Center last Saturday. And it was an 8-3 win last night for Edina. 5-1 here tonight for Eden Prairie. Puck is played back down behind the net in the Eden Prairie zone. Argetsinger tries to make the play. He's disrupted, if you will, by Matson. Argetsinger finds the center red. He's going to sit on it for a minute. Walks across the center red and plays that one back into the Grand Rapids zone. 4:32 to go in the period. Matson with it. He's going to play it rink wide, and here come the Thunderhawks, still 4-on-4 for another 35 seconds. Turning it back up ice, Mark Sullivan sends it rink wide to the right side. Stick check at the line and played back into the Eden Prairie zone. Shue with it, nearly mishandled, somehow gets it back, and that's off a stick and sent right back in front of the bench area, in front of the right wing side. Here's a man in front, down low, holds it, shoots. Oh, what a save by Tremblay. Mark the tape highlight reel.
Well, without a stick, too. Watch
that
out.
That one to the slot. Back come the Thunderhawks the other way. Angling across the line, looking to create down low. They go! And another big save right there.
You got to watch out going the other way. Trombley doesn't know where his stick
makes
is.
A terrific save. Back in the other way. Back at you. Touche. Graham for the head. He scores, and he gets it. Keep your hat on. Keep your hat on, Brett.
Boy, that's a tough break there for Trombley. His stick was over in the corner, and you kind of have to play that game. Pete, you're a former goalie. Do you take the risk and skate over to the corner and try to grab your stick? Yeah.
No, you go empty-handed and you
Yeah.
just deal with it. You can't leave and...
I almost think going back to that play at the other end, if you're the Grand Rapids player that crashed into the net, maybe you subtly bump that net off to get that whistle, because kind of hung Trombley out to dry there, facing a great player like Graham without a stick.
6-1 your score. The Eden Prairie Eagles sitting comfortable here with under 3.5 to go at 3:25 in the third. Dalton Anderson advances the puck. Kane was there. Now the Eagles take over at center ice. Cross the line. Snapper, stick save by Tremblay. Fires that one wide of the cage. He's going to try and stick that one down. And it's the Thunderhawks again looking to gain control with Kane as he's bothered on the play by Gunnar here. Check that, Eden Prairie's number 19, Tyler Safton.
The Eden Prairie goal credited to number 16, Michael Graham.
Out of the corner come the Thunderhawks. Right wing. Sent back up into the center ice area. Puck rolls up high. Wesley Young was there momentarily. Underneath the stick on the pass and back into the Thunderhawk zone. Long pass to the right wing side. They've got Matson trolling in the slot. Wanted the pass, couldn't quite get it. At 3-1, that's the closest the Thunderhawks have been since the second period. Across the line, drop pass. Shot by Johannes, stopped by Tremblay. That's the 24th shot now by the Eden Prairie Eagles as they're starting to up their totals. That hits Pizon on the way in and gathered in by Brandon Mark. And here comes Matson. He's going to leave off at the line, get some assistance there from Soderberg. He's pickpocketed and back through center it goes. Shoveled off to the corner. Pizon, absolutely railed head first into the wall by LaRock. LaRock plays that one through. Sticks are flying, played back into the right circle. Pizon takes the body, but not enough there. As now it's going to be Matson, going to muscle his way to the left wing side. Matson holds, shoots. Nice blocker pad save by the goaltender Weinschik. He's been very solid here tonight for the Eagles. 1.5 to go in the third.
Yeah, the difference for him has been night and day between that first start he had against Eastview, where he went for a couple adventures outside the crease that cost him, and yeah, he's been very solid tonight here for the Eagles.
Snapper from the top of the right circle, fails to click, shovel back down the wall. Body check thrown there in the corner. Puck trickles into the neutral zone. It's going to be controlled, turned back up ice by Luke Keeney. Keeney tries to stay on the puck. He's dumped on the play, shot it on goal. Weinschik makes the save, and it's going to be Shue with it, but he's checked and stopped in his tracks by Adams. Now on the puck, it's going to be Tyler Safgren. Plays ahead for number 6, Andy Aguilar. His shot off the glass, 40 to go. They converge on the far wall. Here come the Eagles to the slot with an opportunity. Another save. Blocker pad down. Big one there. Puck still loose. Matson's there. He's trying to work away from number 22, Matt Hastings. Off the glass it goes. And back into the Eden Prairie zone with 22.8 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, so Eden Prairie going to hang on and win this game 6-1 and sets up that big matchup with Edina tomorrow. And well, for Grand Rapids, they'll drop to 6-22-1 in their last 9 years here at the Edina Holiday Classic. Tournament not been kind to the northern Minnesota schools, Elk River and Grand Rapids, as it's pretty much been Eden Prairie Edina dominating this tournament for years, and it looks like that EP Edina game will again be the tournament title coming up tomorrow night.
The crosstown rivalry will be the nightcap with the Section 7 AA tilt between Grand Rapids and Elk River Zimmerman. Pass sent to center for Bischoff off his stick. Sliding in to make the play was Micah Miller. Stays on the puck, wants to pull the trigger, can't because the Eden Prairie sticks were too busy. Now it's Hastings with it across the line. He's going to turn it right back into the corner. The Eagles to the goal mouth area. And that's going to do it for this hockey game. The Eden Prairie Eagles impressive with their 6-1 win. They outshoot the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks by a 23-18 margin. Brett Johnson, quite impressive.
Yeah, definitely, as we'll have a very brief Sun Current postgame show here on PSB. Again, Sun Current, your community news source for over 50 years in the Southwest Metro area, whether it's city council, school board, community events, or high school sports. You can find it online at current.mnsun.com. Their website now also mobile, user-friendly. Yeah, a very strong game here for Eden Prairie to give them a lot of momentum heading into that big tilt for tomorrow. And boy, Michael Graham just continues to be on fire this season, picking up the Hattie tonight for the Eagles, as they definitely look like they're going to be ready to take on the two-time defending champs for tomorrow. And then, on the other hand, for Grand Rapids, they had some good flurries throughout this game, but I think still some things they're going to have to work on and try to clean up when they have that big 7 AA tilt tomorrow against Elk River, as they just had some spurts where they kind of went to sleep, kind of let off the pressure a few times after a few good shifts. So it's a young team. They're going to have to find a way to respond and salvage at least one win here at this tournament.
Indeed they will. Let's take a quick timeout. Post-game show continues.
Thanks for tuning in to live, local, play-by-play coverage of tonight's game. Catch all the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Tonight's game was brought to you by The Malt Store, Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, Athlete PT, Noodles and Company of Eden Prairie, The Sun Current, The Tavern on 4 and 5, and in partnership with Minnesota Football Magazine, the Pioneer Press, and BEC TV. You can find an archived broadcast of tonight's game available 24/7 on psbmn.com.
Haven't had a lot of pressure going yet as Malmquist trying to swat that out of the air. The left wing for Elk River, swatted into the corner and trying to. And welcome back here to the Edina Holiday Classic as we're underway here in Game 2. Elk River versus Edina right here on PSB Media. As the puck will be shot deep here in the Elk River zone. And I'll play it over to the far side corner. Glad to have you with us as this game getting underway right on time here at Braemar. Not used to that here at the Edina Holiday Classic. That first Eden Prairie Grand Rapids game went very fast with the Eagles coming away with a 6-1 victory. Here's Edina out at neutral. There's Malmquist sending that across to number 16, Parker Mismash. Now they'll go across over to the left wing for Elk River. Swatted into the corner and try to dig it out. Elk River player already lost his stick so far. That's Zerbin. Now played back behind the net. It's Danny Boughton.
Zerbin just took a big hit to a body check there without a stick too.
And now it's Edina breaking into the Elk River zone. There's a shot that got tipped on the way by the goaltender for Elk River. And it's a team that will rotate goaltenders throughout the season, and already heading to the box will be the starting netminder Benjamin Myers, as it is a delayed penalty coming up against Edina. So we've got to look here at the Elk River power play. Coming into the tournament, we're 10 out of 30. The math on that one, 33%.
Very early undisciplined tripping penalty. Early for the Hornets. That's not good for them to start off with being the defending state champion.
Sharemko in the face-off circle. It'll be drawn back and then cleared away by Edina. Important here for Elk River to get a quick start, as this is an Edina team that can just overwhelm you if you let them get a lead or get some momentum. That's exactly what happened last night against Grand Rapids, where the Thunderhawks had an early 2-0 lead over the Hornets before Edina scored 8 of the next 9 goals in that game to win by a final score of 8-3. So 15-19 left here in the first period. As it'll be about 1:30 left here on the Elk River power play. Haven't had a lot of pressure going yet as Malmquist trying to swat that out of the air high. And now played over the corner. It'll be chased down by Schwab. Now Jaremko spinning from the end wall. Jaremko will send it up to the point. Now they'll go back towards the circle. Jaremko across to Kierstead, University of North Dakota recruit. A long wrist shot. That one's blocked. Now loose back behind the net. Elk River still able to gather it up with 56 remaining on the power play. Odd angle shot goes wide. Malmquist and Jaremko in a foot race to the corner.
Edina doing a good job of keeping Elk River to the corners and the outside of the scoring area. And good icing there by Edina to break up that power play chance.
As they're able to clear that one away. Time for maybe another rush here for the Elks on this power play. You're right, Mike. Elk River having a lot of success trying to find the middle of the ice. This time they do in transition, but good defense is played over there by number 2, Paul Meyer, to break that up. And now it's Edina shorthanded with 14 left on the penalty. It'll be taken away, though, by the Elk River defense. Now turned over behind the net as a couple of bodies will collide. Here's Johnson going it towards the front, but turned away as Edina is full strength. So mark that 0 for 1 so far on the Elk River power play, as here's Edina. Not able to clear it cleanly. Elk River will pass it down towards the far side circle. Now back up to the point, rolling puck trickles just wide. Into the corner, Edina has possession, and they're able to clear it up towards the neutral zone. And swatting it into the zone will be number 17, number 17, Garrett Waite. Garrett Waite was a scratch in last night's game for Edina, but they still scored 8 goals without their high-scoring forward. Edina fans happy to see him back in the lineup.
People losing their sticks early in this matchup, and they're really going hard. As a good check there. Yeah.
Oh, what a blast delivered there by number 23, Bram Shear. Maybe the hit of the tournament so far. Here's Edina in their own defensive zone. They'll overshoot their intended teammate Shear, who just threw that big hit. Now it's Elk River dumping it in as they're going to go off on a change.
That check sent shivers down my back, man. That was great.
Not want to be on the receiving end of one of those types of checks. Here's Edina out to center ice. And the pass over to the wing was broken up, and now it's Jones just backhanding it into the zone. Elks are off on another change. Edina out through center, and they'll get checked off the puck, and there to pick it up will be number 13, Gacky. Gacky will get that up ahead to Schwab. Schwab across the blue line will dump it in. That big first line out there on the ice featuring Jaremko, who already has 29 points on the season for Elk River. Thrown out in front, that puck somehow got through the crease. Now another shot goes just wide. It'll ring around the end wall and clear outside the zone. Good pressure being put on here by Elk River early. They lead the shots on goal department 2-0. Not often you get to see Edina 5.5 minutes into a game without a shot on goal. Of course, part of that aided by the early Elk River power play. Here's Jaremko, able to get that up ahead to Schwab. Actually checked that. It was number 21, Lutz. Lutz to the end line. Lutz trying a wrap around, and he'll wrap that just around the crease. Up to the point they go. It's Dylan Boughton. Boughton had it cleared away, as he'll now pass it back over to the right wing. Across the blue line they go. There's a long slap shot by Moss. Ugly slap shot. That one was about 20 feet wide.
Yeah,
and deflected right back to the goaltender, Kobe Bowe, for Edina.
Definitely some fundamentals missing there on that slap shot.
Yeah. So it'll be a face-off here in the Edina zone. Play's pretty much been in the Edina end just about this entire first period. But don't let that fool you. That same kind of thing happened early second period when the Hornets played Grand Rapids. And then Edina was able to turn things around and score 8 of the next 9 goals. Talking about that point early in the second period in the Grand Rapids Edina game last night. Thunderhawks were actually ahead 2-0 and were putting on all sorts of pressure on the Hornets early in the second period. And then they got a break in transition, scored a goal, and from there the floodgates kind of opened as they were able to get that 8-3 victory over the Thunderhawks of Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Get a whistle now with 10:34 remaining here in the first period. And thanks for joining us right here on PSB Media, your home for the Edina Holiday Classic. As we'll have both games coming up tomorrow right here on PSB. Elk River Grand Rapids, the first game at 6 o'clock, then the big rivalry EP Edina game up at 8:30. That one looks like it will be for the tournament championship, unless Elk River were to pull an upset here in this game and beat the Edina Hornets. It has not happened in the history of the tournament. Grand Rapids 0-8-1 against Edina since the 2005-2006 season, at least in this tourney. Elks did beat Edina last season in a regular season game, played in Elk River. That was actually the season opener.
They could do it again here, Brett. They have been coming fire here, and there's a
loose
good
puck
shot.
and they score! Number 14, Jax Murray scores after a nice little fancy passing play by the Elks, and they lead this game 1-0. So Elk River to an early lead. That gets them some momentum here against the two-time defending state champions and a big-time confidence boost.
Definitely attacking that net early on, putting every puck to the net, even if it is a missed shot like the last one there. But they have been putting the pucks to the net and causing some havoc for the Edina D.
9:37 to go here in the first period. And get this, Edina, just one shot on goal. And that one doesn't get through as it's blocked by the defense.
Good job of Elk River to clog up the shooting lanes there.
This is very unusual to see Edina only with one shot. Almost 5 minutes left here in the first period. Elk's playing some great hockey. They'll pass it over to the far side. And the pass is intercepted by the Edina Hornets. Ben Monchamp now behind the net, where it'll be passed over to the right wing, banked off the half wall, and Elk River's able to get it outside the zone. Here comes Bolby. Bolby will leave it for a teammate, Dornbach. And puck loose behind the net. The goaltender doesn't know where it is. Finally, he just sits, and the referee gives him the benefit of the doubt and blows it dead. That's Ben Myers, who's making the start in goal tonight for Elk River.
Yep, good play by the goalie there to just, don't know where it is, just kind of sit on it.
Exactly, and hope the referee blows it. That's the important part. Oh, they blow it dead. 8:30 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Elks with the early lead. That's the high-scoring Jake Jaremko. He can't work his way through 4 Hornet players. That's one way to stop a potential Mr. Hockey candidate. Put 4 guys on him.
Yeah.
Now it's Edina through neutral. They'll pass it over to number 19. That's Harris. Schwab trying to fight for, lost it. Now an Edina player goes tumbling. Held in by the defenseman, Keegan Graber. Edina will have to reset near their own blue line. Now they had it poked away. They'll dump it in as the Hornets are off on a line change.
Elks are doing a great job of moving their feet. Not a lot of wasted motion by any of the Elk River players.
Absolutely. Here's Jaremko. Jaremko through neutral. Long shot steered away by Kobe Bowe. Bowe, the backup goalie on last year's Edina team, now the starting goal netminder. A nice job this season for the Hornets. And now it'll be dumped down deep here into the Elk River zone. Meyer to slow it down from the corner. Edina starting to get a little bit of a forecheck established. They haven't had many scoring chances, but at least are starting to get the ice to go the other way as that wrister went just wide. Edina gets it back in the high slot. And, they actually are able to get it over to Cone. Cone then lost it. Now it's played along the near side boards. Cone again. Now leaving their way towards the slot. They had an open player out on the doorstep. That was Brendan Mark, but he couldn't get his stick on it. That pass just a little bit in front of him.
Good patience there to wait just a second longer to get a nice pass through, and unfortunately nobody on the other end to receive it.
And that one will be covered up by the goaltender Meyer here with 6:34 left in the first period. And thanks for tuning in here to PSB. Coverage of both games tomorrow in HD. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Make sure you give them your patronage as they're responsible for bringing the coverage here of the Edina Holiday Classic. They include the Mulch Store, the Tavern on 4 and 5, the Sun Current, Noodles and Company, among others. And make sure you give those businesses patronage here during the holiday season. Your money also stays local in the economy. 6:20 to go, first period. Peter Jones to pass that over to the right wing side. Get bottled up near the blue line, as now Elk River will have to reset.
This game's going pretty quick, just like the
Yeah,
first
I know.
one.
Isn't that amazing how fast these games have gone this evening? That Eden Prairie Grand Rapids game was close to being over within like an hour and a half, and this one's going awfully fast as well. There have been a lot of whistles. There haven't been any penalties yet in this game. Going back to the Grand Rapids Eden Prairie game, which the Eagles of Eden Prairie won 6-1. I don't believe there was a penalty in that game till midway through the second period. Weaving his way in front was the Edina player, Matt Masterman, creating the best scoring chance thus far for Edina. Now it's Jaremko, top of the circle. Now goes in the high slot, trying to look for his teammate Schwab, but they couldn't connect on the pass. Edina unable to clear it. They'll have to get it back out of their own end, as that's number 3, Ben Foley. 5:05 left first period. And now it's played back behind the net where Edina will have it. They'll pass it up along the left wing side. And here's Elk River trying to center it in front to the number 14 Murray, who had the first goal, but he got tripped up. Some Elk River fans wanted a penalty. They don't get one.
A lot of movements in front of that net there. A lot of bodies falling down and flopping over. Almost found a seam, though.
And it'll be Elk River again putting on the pressure. Shots on goal. 7-5 now, as Edina starting to get some shots going now, as we get a whistle here with 4:11 left in the first period, and I believe we might be getting an Edina penalty.
Yep.
Indeed we are, as it'll be Peter Mismash heading to the penalty box.
I think for slashing.
Yeah, not a big surprise to see him get a penalty. He's always kind of in the middle of the things for Edina. I've seen him play a couple times this year. Kind of their enforcer type player, but also very skilled. He's one of those types of players that can kind of get under your skin. But he's in the box right now, as it'll be Elk River working on their second power play.
2 minutes for slashing.
Here's Jaremko working his way to the slot, and Kobe Bow with a nice snare of that puck out of the air for the save. So face off to the left of Bow. We have 1:47 left on the Elk River power play. Now here comes Edina, 2-on-2 shorthanded. It's Walker leaving it for Malmquist. Loose puck comes away, and it goes just wide. Good back check there by Elk River's number 8, Dylan Boughton. I think he just got a piece of that, Mike.
Yeah, he did.
That rebound, yeah.
He just got a little piece of it, and a good poke check on with his stick there, just to get it a little bit out of the reach of the Edina player.
And now it'll be cleared away by Edina, as Elk River will have to reset. Jaremko from his own zone. Pass that over to the far side.
Elk River
trying to dig it out.
Elk River having a little bit of trouble trying to get it in the zone. Good defense by the Edina Hornets there.
Here's Elk River now from behind their own net. 43 seconds left on the power play. They've kind of been bottled up here in their neutral zone area. See if they can get another rush here on the power play, and that's not going to help as they overshot the pass. Number 3, Zerbin, but good hustle play, at least to chase it down, but Edina is able to clear it right back down the length of the ice.
Edina using a box formation here on the power penalty kill, and it seems to be working perfectly.
Yeah, they just have that neutral zone completely clogged up. Elk River's got to get some Drano for that neutral zone, Mike.
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, they go across over to that right side to Jax. They'll spin around from the far side, play catch. Edina is full strength, but Elk River's got everything set up now, just a little late.
Yeah.
As we are back to 5-on-5. Now the Hornets are able to poke it away to the near side boards.
Elk River needed some plumbers out there.
Yeah. And they'll overshoot the pass, and icing waved off by the official. send it to the near side to Walsh. Edina with possession. They'll get it up towards the neutral zone. And now dumped in by the Elk River Elks. Approaching the 1 minute mark here in the first period. Again, the Elks with a 1-0 lead. Somewhere to tell you, Elk River would be leading this game by a goal late in the first period. You'd probably say, oh, was it a 3-2 or 4-3 type game? Nope, just 1-0. Again, this is an Elk River team that averages over 7 goals a season. Their Achilles heel, though, has kind of been defense and goaltending, as they do give up over 3 goals per game. That's been about the only thing that's snake-bitten them this season. And so far, defensively, a pretty solid game, shutting out this very talented Edina Hornets squad, as we're under a minute left here in the first period, as Jaremko gets slammed up in the near side corner.
Yep, it's early for them this season, so this is where they can improve on their defense. This is the tournament they can do it, and against a really good team, skilled team in Edina.
So we got 40 seconds left here in the first period, as they'll send it across and come away to the point of number 7, Hallbeck. And out of the corner they go with Schwab. And now Edina able to get that up ahead to number 7, Dornbach. Dornbach across the blue line gets stonewalled, though, by the Elk River defense. Shots on goal now, still reading 7-6 in favor of, well, actually Elk River now. Edina, about the first 5 minutes of the game without a shot on goal. It's been a great period here for the Elk River Elks, and they'll skate into that first intermission. How about that with a 1-0 lead? Maybe a little bit of an upset brewing here on PSB. We'll take a timeout to have more on the way. This is high school hockey on PSBMN.com.
Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Woohoo! This is the best dirt bath ever!
Larry, what's with all that racket?
I'm loving my new digs. This compost is amazing. Come on in, give it a try.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You weren't kidding, Larry. This stuff is great.
The Mulch Store has compost your garden, and yes, even the worms will love. Stop by any of the Mulch Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee to pick up the best compost in the Midwest. Online at mulchstoremn.com. Also shop rocks, seed, soil, edging, and more. Now's the time to make your neighbors green with envy.
Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Timmy. I hope you're hungry.
Sure am, but I prefer broccoli to mushrooms.
Well, I prefer your brother to you.
Don't mess with Grandma's dishes. Mess with ours instead. Delicious dishes from around the globe that you're free to customize. Noodles and Company, your world kitchen.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production@psbmn.com.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie football and hockey on their big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food while watching your Eden Prairie Eagles at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean Pizza, Tavern Turkey Burger, as well as delicious breakfasts that are served 7 days a week. That's the Tavern on 4 and 5, just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
During this break in the action, I'd like to thank you for watching and ask for your assistance. In addition to live streaming games like this one, PSB Media also produces video commercials for clients. If someone you know is trying to grow their business, tell them to consider contacting production at psbmn.com. The internet is a powerful marketing tool, but due to its size, it can be difficult for messages to reach the right ears. Optimize their valuable time and money. PSB Video will help drive localized traffic to the client's website. Using keyword-driven content, PSB Video can improve where businesses appear in search results. Nearer to the top results means more clicks and more business. So please, tell those business owners you know to work smarter, not harder, by considering PSB Production. Find out more by emailing production at psbmn.com.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to
And welcome back here to the Edina Holiday Classic in Edina at Braemar Ice Arena. 1-0 Elk River out to an early lead here against the Elks, and maybe a little bit of an upset brewing as the only goal was scored by Jax Murray. And looking at the shots on goal, Elk River leads in that department by a 7-6 margin. Like to email us, you can do so. We're at PSBMN. That's our Twitter handle at PSBMN. Our email address, announcers at psbmn.com, announcers at psbmn.com. You can shoot us an email anytime. Let us know who you're watching for, who you're cheering for, maybe any predictions. Again, announcers at psbmn.com. Underway here as Kierstad will play that up near the blue line. It'll be Edina going from right to left, Elk River left to right. Oh, trying to get a one-timer over to number 25, Schwab, but couldn't do the baseball style swing out of the air.
Again, Elk River coming out of the box quickly.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. They continue right where they left off in that first period. And held in. I'll send it right back into the corner. Hornets just don't quite have that same zip that they had last night against Grand Rapids, as it'll be covered up by the goaltender Kobe Bowe here with 16:15 to play in the second period. Noodles and Company now offers catering. If you have those holiday parties coming up, or maybe even thinking about what you want to do for New Year's, Noodles and Company can offer that catering service for any size party. Let them do the work for you. Don't do that cooking. It's Noodles and Company. Find the link to their catering page just above your game tracker screen. Play back behind the net. Elk River not able to center it as a player goes tumbling. Fans want a penalty. They don't get one, so play continues. Now it's Elk River, or Edina, up along the near side boards. Trying to spear it out. Here's Edina at their own blue line, fanning on that attempt. They turn it over, and now here's a chance for Zerbin. Zerbin has teammates, tries to go across to Schwab. The bouncing puck that was broken up on the way is covered up by the goaltender Kobe Bowe. Nice
Layout by the defender of Edina, forcing him to try to make a nice little saucer pass. Fortunately, it did not. It just skipped over the stick. He got a little piece of it. Was able to slow it down and redirect it to the goalie.
Face off again here in the Edina zone as Jones wins it cleanly. They'll get it back in the corner. Jones from the near side. His shot will get tipped up towards the ceiling and the netting here at Braemar. One of the things I love about all these high school hockey arenas is how low the ceiling is. Go to an NHL rink, the ceiling's never in play.
That's right. You know, I kind of feel like being in a big garage.
Yeah. It's actually kind of a good description here at Braemar. Not to criticize it, though. It's one of the historic arenas and a lot of great vantage points with the bowl-style seating. But it is one of the older buildings here in the state of Minnesota.
But they do offer great pizza, though. Don't you say,
man.
Brett? Yeah, man.
Concession stands, about the best you'll find. Maybe except if you go to northern Minnesota. They got some good ones out there. Here's Edina throwing it towards the net, but it will go into the corner. Elk River to play it up along the far side. They're trying to work his way around a check. Now here's Edina up to the point. Perunovich. Now push to the end wall. Elk River trying to steer it up along the near side boards, and they are able to force it back out to neutral. Edina maintains possession. Perunovich sends that over to the right side, but overshoots his teammate as Elk River gains possession.
Edina missing their players' tapes right now, and Elk River is quick to pounce on it. They look like they're the fastest one to the puck so far.
Centered it out in front. Nobody home. Again, Elk River playing some great hockey here in this period, and Edina just a little sloppy on some of those passes as they try to go back door, but nobody home as it goes back out to center ice. Watch out, here comes the speedy Jaremko. Jaremko with a trailer takes a shot that goes just wide.
What speed on the ice there. Just sprint and get to that puck before any of the defense could.
Yeah, Jaremko just kind of snuck up out of nowhere. Now it's Elk River across the blue line. And good poke check there by Clayton Phillips. It looked like the Elks are ready to cut towards the net. That one blocked out in front. They send it back up to the point and now go across. Schwab lost it. Now here comes Edina. Edina up along the right side. I'll go across the blue line, and the crossing pass, nobody there.
Again, good puck support by Elk River. Seems when if they miss the person, there's always somebody there to back them up.
And now it'll be dumped into the zone by Jax Murray. Now here comes Edina. Leading the rush will be Garrett Waite. And Waite was the healthy scratch the scratch I should say, from last night's game for Edina, but very happy to see him back on the ice. If you're a Hornet fan, that one will take a carom off the end wall and be covered up by the goaltender Kobe Bowe. Yep. Like us to webcast your games, you can do so and contact us at psbmn.com. Just go to the contact us page. No matter the sport, no matter the level, we can webcast your team's games, whether it's just one game or the entire season. That's psbmn.com. Get you HD webcasts. Get your teams on air here with PSB Media. And we can do that all over the metro area, no matter the team, no matter what level, if it's youth, college, or high school. Into the corner it goes. And here comes Elk River with 12 and a half minutes left in the first period. As Jaremko across the blue line. His shot gets steered wide. And now it's Edina from the corner. Let's see what the Hornets can do. They'll pass that over to the far side. We'll have to dig it out from a couple of skates. There's Jones behind the net. He'll send that to the near side.
Elk River winning all the battles in the corner right now.
They've been very quick to the puck. Boy, that one was blocked out in front. Now loose in the slot. And again, blocked by the skate of an Elk River player. For a team not known for their defense, Mike, they're playing some great D in this game.
Yep, they're getting in front of all the shots. They're blocking. They've had a few blocks in the first period, and then they're adding more to the second.
I have to say, yeah, very impressed with them. A little more for their offense, but they've been clogging up all sorts of opportunities for the Edina Hornets.
They finally found their plumbers now.
There you go. Going the other way. Now Edina needs to find that, right?
Yep.
Try to break through that Elk River defense. It'll be cleared away by the Elks and picked up by Peronovich. Peronovich lost it. There's a high shot. Go Bowe may have gotten a piece of it on the way. Losing in his skates was Masterman. It's kind of been that night for Edina where passes aren't connecting, losing pucks in skates. Just don't look quite as sharp as you normally see in a Edina team. Here's Copeland. Copeland gets stood up at the blue line. And Edina will have to touch up. Well, Elk River some time to break out of the zone. And here they come 2-on-2, but good back check there by Garrett Waite. Now leave it for Waite. High slot, takes a shot, but it goes right into the belly of the Elk River goaltender. Then Myers for the save.
Finally a good quality shot here in the second period for Edina. Good look there. Nice shot on goal.
10:45 remains. And thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Twitter at PSBMN. We're at Twitter at PSBMN. Also email us. Just click that link below your game tracker screen. Email address announcers@psbmn.com. Let us know who you're watching or listening for. There's a long shot. Bowe to snatch it out of the air. He'll actually hold on to that for a face-off here with 10:35 to play in the period.
I know they're not listening for me though. That's
yeah. We're kind of the B crew who got pulled into duty. We had another broadcasting crew who was set to call this game, but they had to go to another commitment. So you and I kind of had to do this game on the fly with really no prep. So hopefully you can bear with us. Here's a breakaway for Edina and turned away by Meyer. Getting robbed was Garrett Waite. Best opportunity of the night for the Hornets.
Good kick save. Better shot. Good shot. Better save.
Back behind the net. It's Zerbin. And it's tied up. Deflects off a skate and now gets pushed to the corner. Jax Murray, the lone goal scorer, trying to get it free. Murray gets it down low. Murray tries to center it in front, and now a penalty coming up on that centering pass as an Elk River player, Zerbin, goes crashing into the net. And the Elks are going to go on their another power play to try to extend this lead.
Just, I think that maybe they might be a little tired. I don't know, because they're definitely not moving their feet. They're moving their sticks more and getting in the way for more of the Elk River's feet, tripping players up. And you get desperate like that when get kind of tired, but these guys are well conditioned, and so they just they just look really off their game tonight.
Yeah, and they have one of the deepest teams in the state of Minnesota, if not the deepest.